And now, the national anthem of Brazil.
Hello and welcome to the Seville Community Sports Center on the southern campus of the University of Alberta in Edmonton. It's the 2023 Sitting Volleyball Pan-American Zonal Championships, the qualifier for next year's Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. My name is Rob Snook, pleased to bring you this men's round-robin match, a battle between USA and Brazil. This Brazilian team had a bronze medal performance last year at the World Championships. In fact, the team from one of the world volleyball powers, Brazil, has been on the podium at the last 3 World Championships. The American team finished in 6th place last year at Worlds, its best ever showing, and will look to be even better this year. This match has the potential to be the toughest of the round robin for both teams, and there is certainly a chance, maybe a high probability, they'll run into each other again later this week in the playoff rounds. Brazil's had USA's number at the last several Pan Am games too, beating the Stars and Stripes in the gold medal game in Lima, in Toronto, and in Guadalajara. But it's a brand new day. Both teams know what's at stake this week. It's an early chance to punch a ticket to Paris 2024. First of 3 games on today's schedule, the first of 15 games that will happen here this week. Let's meet the officials and the starting lineups for today's matchup.
And now, let's hear it for today's starting lineups. For the starters from Team USA, number 5, Eric Duda. Number 8,
So you've met the starting lineups for both teams. Of course, we go to 25 in volleyball indoors, and we go best 3 out of 5. If we need a fifth and deciding set, it'll be a sprint to 15. Team USA's captain, or at least libero, Nicholas Dadgostar, coming into the game as we get started here, and we are just about ready to begin this official match. And here we go. First match of the 2023 Sitting Volleyball Pan-American Zonal Championships. It is Brazil in yellow. It is USA in the red jerseys. And U.S. first attack. Roderick Green is dug. Sent back over. USA attacking again. Kramer to Green. Picked up by Danielle. And Brazil's going to get the opening point here. Do we have a net violation? No, we don't. And they're going to call it down on the U.S. side. So Brazil strikes first. We've got a long way to go. It'll be Danielle Yoshisawa who's going to serve. The referees in this match, Marie-Claire Richer and Ritsutsu Yamamichi. Kramer sets it into the middle, and it is hammered by Zachary Up, the 23-year-old out of Bartlett, Illinois. That's going to put the ball into the hands of John Kramer out of Buford, Georgia. USA with a free ball chance here. And the block is huge from Giba. Giba has played in 44 international matches for this Brazilian team. There's the number 1 on his jersey. So, of course, players... And they serve. And a pretty solid pass from the Americans. Good defense from Up. And it's dropped down to the floor by Diogo. And no, it's not. There was a dig on the American side. And looks like we've got a little situation here where we're getting a double check. It was, in fact, on the floor as we first thought. Americans thought they had dug that one up. Now USA captain Roderick Green goes to speak with the referee Marie-Claude Richer. Americans thought maybe there was a pancake dig on that play, but it is called the way of Brazil. They have the early 3-1 advantage. Let's see where Giba sends his serve. Sends it deep to the Americans. So not much to choose yet between these teams. That serve is out from Zachary Up. You've got to get the ball up on those serves, of course, because unlike the standing game, you are allowed to block the service. So you've got to make sure your serves are up and over those front row blockers. 2-point lead, Brazil here early in this one. Brazil, bronze medalists last year at Worlds and at the 2018 Worlds, and they were silver back in 2014. Always among the contenders. A little confusion on the USA side, and Luis Fabiano is going to make them pay through the middle. So a good start here for Brazil. Wesley's the server for Brazil. There's no touch here, so it's another point for the team in yellow. And they are off to an awesome start, and that has caused the USA to call a timeout. Greg Walker wants his team to pause a moment and regroup. So an early, strong start for this Brazilian team. USA did have its best ever result last year at World Championships, finishing in 6th place. And silver behind Brazil at the last several Pan-Am games, including 2019 in Lima. Of course, this year the games will be held in Santiago, Chile in the fall. There is one team at this tournament on the men's side and one on the women's side who will punch a ticket to Paris 2024. And these two teams are gunning for the early advantage in that fight here. Wesley back to serve, the 39-year-old veteran of this Brazilian side. 52 international matches. Today's his 53rd. And I think they're calling a lift here on the Americans. Stuck gets it right to Kramer. The back row attack, and that is out. USA thought maybe there was a touch. The referee says no. So the advantage is a huge one for Brazil here early on, a 6-point advantage. Again, they send USA back deep. Good coverage that time. Stuck. That's picked up by Brazil. The roll shot is covered. Green and Giba with the up, but it is that time the net violation called against Brazil, it looks like. Coach Guimares, he's a little confused by the call. Referee Marie-Claude Richer is happy with her call. So Roderick Green about to serve now. There he is, wearing that number 11 jersey. 2-time Paralympian in sprinting as an amputee sprinter, wearing a composite carbon fiber leg. Brilliant athlete, then transitioning to sitting volleyball. We've got a lift again called on the American side as they look back at the referee. So USA celebrating that point. It drops down at the feet of the blockers. Luis Fabiano there in the front row for Brazil. So USA trying to cut into this lead. It's 9-4. 4 serving 9 sent in by Eric Duda. 78 international matches for Eric Duda. But Brazil coming right back with that big swing. Early on, opening set action, Brazil-USA here at the Pan-American Zonal Championships for sitting volleyball. The left-hand swing sent over by up. And another call goes the way of Brazil. This is Leandro, one of the veterans on the Brazilian team. And they go after Zachary up. There's a nice block. Good coverage by the U.S. Free ball sent over. Brazil, a chance. Giba, blocked down. Huge play by Stuck. James Stuck, 3 times voted USA's sitting volleyball player of the year for plays like that. He's got the ball now. Middle blocker out of Pennsylvania, New Kensington, PA. Second ball sent over by Brazil. They scramble, kept alive, and it's going to fall on the Brazilian side. USA is scrambling here to come back. It'll be 6 serving 11 with the ball in the hands of James Stuck. defense again from the Americans, but great blocking by Giba and Danielle. Both players part of Brazil's bronze medal winning team last year at the World Championships when they beat Egypt in the bronze medal game. Pretty good pass from the U.S. that gets the ball right to Kramer. That allows him to set up the attack and allows the Americans to get the immediate side out. Chris Sealkop now, veteran of the U.S. team, out of Deland, Georgia. That ball never got over the net. It was in trouble either way. It would have been blocked down if it had got over. Danielle now, the 37-year-old starter for Team Brazil. Float serve goes to Duda. Free ball chance, USA. Green, and he rattles it off the hands of Giba. And it is block out, USA point. But they are still in a hole here, trying to fight back from this 5-point disadvantage. John Kramer, the setter. Oh, and the block is there from Green. Calm, cool, and collected. Roger Green has not only competed in sprinting, but has also coached Paralympic sprinters and has a wealth of Paralympic experience. And that's a Brazilian point. It looked like it was off the touch of the block. Substitution on the Brazilian side. Giba coming out, Alex coming in. Alex Pereira Witkowski. And he'll head it back to the service line. 14 serving 9 here in this opening set to 25. In this opening match of 15 matches at the Zonal Championship. Mistake by the U.S. on the pass, and it's going to be 4 hits, and it's going to be point Brazil, and that came off with a tough serve from Alex. Let's see if he goes right back at Duda. Does, back there in position 5. But USA comes right back with a smooth side out. And now they hit double digits. Zachary up with a big high throw, and that is just out. I like the idea, though. There was nobody there on that side of the net, but the ball out. Brazil getting ready for another substitution. Into the game comes Rayson, 23-year-old, and out comes Wesley, the veteran, the 39-year-old. So Rayson will get a chance to work on his serving right away as well. 15 serving 10 here. Oh, nice little decoy in the front, up with the fake. And then a good swing by Eric Duda. Roger Green shuffles over to the middle of the court. And a huge swing from Luis Fabiano. Absolutely attacking that one. Last minute instructions from the Brazilian coach. USA sends it right over on the first ball. And then a mistake there from Chris Sealkop. And that misses the deep corner. I think USA had a bit of an issue with one of the first passes on the Brazilian side. Oh, the block is there from USA this time. Was it Duda or was it Stuck who got up there? Either one got the job done. Here is Eric Duda. Good coverage by the American team. They send it deep. Brazil keeps it alive. And it's going to be point Brazil. Danielle celebrating in full force after that solid defense from Brazil. Giba's coming back into the game, replacing Alex in that power position up in the front row. Daniel Yoshishawa is in the front there in the middle, but the server was Leandro, and that is an ace. No, they're saying that was out. Leandro thought that was an ace, but the line judge thought otherwise. Ball back into the hands of James Stuck. Brazil's got a wall up at the net. Got to keep that in mind on the service. Back row attack from Duda, and then shoveled down from Luis Fabiano. Substitutions continue for the Brazilian side. Wesley coming back in, Rayson coming out. Luis Fabiano is going to serve it from way over on the left side. Right at the libero, D'Agostar. Good coverage by Brazil. Giba doesn't get much of a down motion on it. And is there a touch? There is no touch on the Brazilian defense, so they get the point. And they've got an 8-point advantage here now, and they are looking in great shape. Kramer with the bump set. Free ball chance USA. Stuck into set. Good coverage. And I think USA thought there might have been a net violation there. No call. (22-13) now. Brazil is in full control here of this opening set with Luis Fabiano de Oliveira back to serve. 47-year-old veteran. The attack from Sealkop is Doug. Giba blocked. So USA getting the job done with the blocking here, but they need to go on a huge run here in this opening set to try to turn things around. Maybe get a little, maybe it's out of their control, but maybe get some confidence going for set number 2. Maybe that's the start off that really solid serve from Chris Sealkop. Touch on the block there. And that is out. Pretty good defense from Brazil for a second, you thought there. But it was the mighty swing from Zachary up. That's going to score the point. Joust at the net, kept alive by Brazil. USA manages to keep it alive. Still alive. Wesley again. Up, sends it deep on the free ball. Here's Wesley, hammers that one off of Sealkop. And that's a huge point for Brazil, just when it looked like the Americans were getting a little bit of a roll going. So 23-16 here in set number 1 as Brazil is in great shape. Again, that play through the middle has been effective when they've been able to use it. Zachary up, hammers it off the block, and it goes block out. John Kramer And that ball is out. Wasn't much question about it. According to the officials, Kramer again, 18 serving 21. Interesting here if the U.S. can mount a bit of a comeback. Good defense there. They'll try again. Giba, though, misses long. Brazil thinks there's a touch. The referee says no. And it is 19 for the U.S. now. The disadvantage is only 4, and Brazil's got a timeout call. Well, it was just about a 10-point advantage not too long ago, and USA has really fought back here and climbed back into this opening set. But the next point is going to be an absolutely crucial one if Brazil can get it. Game 1 of the 2023 ParaZonal Championships in sitting volleyball. One of the 4 teams entered on the men's side will punch a ticket to Paris 2024. USA and Brazil are 2. Argentina and Canada, the host nation, are the other 2 involved. Kramer getting ready to serve for the U.S. Brazil wants this side out, and they get it through Giba. And they've got set point here with the big man, Giba, back to serve. Playing in his 45th international match today, and trying to wrap it up for the team in yellow. Oh, but Roderick Green says no, sir, and he is up. And he pounds that one down. And USA has hit the 20-point plateau here. See if they can make this even more interesting. Love that big high throw. And that is going to do it for this set. Up and over on the first touch. The ball did not cross the plane of the net when USA contacted it, so Brazil's going to score the final point to win it. And they take set number 1, 25-20 over USA in this best-of-5 match. All right, here we go. Set number 2, USA and Brazil at the 2023 Sitting Volleyball Pan-American Zonal Championships qualifier, of course, for the Paris Paralympic Games. The teams have switched sides. They are ready to do battle here in set number 2. If you just joined us, Brazil won the opening set, 25-20. USA, though, fought back hard at the end. Let's see if they have that same fight back right from the beginning here in set number 2. Ball into the hands of John Kramer to serve. Kramer working in the setting role here. And it's an overpass, and the ball attacked down by USA to score the opening point of set number 2. And that is just out on the serve from Kramer. Didn't miss by much. Going for that deep corner, not a bad idea. Giba now. Scored some key points down the stretch in that opening set. Great defense from Brazil, but USA comes right back to score a big point here. They're trying to pick up where they left off in much of the late stages of set number 1. Zachary up now out of Bartlett, Illinois. Some pretty good moments in set 1. Brazil trying to block that one down, but unable to do so. The back set and the attack from Leandro. Great hands from Danielle to set that one up. Brazilian player here needs to get that shoelace tied up before it's time to send the serve over. Wesley playing in his 53rd international match today, including 22 at the Paralympic Games. And that tough serve from Wesley put USA in a spot where they couldn't make a good play. Stuck. Giba with a pickup. Leandro punches it deep. Kept alive by the Americans and then hammered by James Stuck. Wow, he got all of that. James Stuck was a member of the U.S. Army, 101st Airborne when he was injured in Iraq. So a big point that time from Luis Fabiano. Well, the youngest player on the Brazilian team is Thiago. He's on the bench. He's 22. But they are made up of veteran players in their mid to late 30s and even well into their 40s. Veteran team with international success. Duda. The float serve goes to Giba. That windmill swing doesn't pay off. Seelkop is blocked. And Stuck tries to find the line, but he misses it. Brazil with a slight advantage here early on. Last minute instructions from the coach to Leandro. The deep tip doesn't work, but the block does for the U.S. Kramer and Stuck get the arms up there. And we are all square at 5 here in set number 2. Brazil's next match in this tournament will be against Argentina tomorrow. USA's next match will be against the host nation, Canada, tomorrow. The all-North American battle. Our next match on the program today will be Argentina and Canada on the men's side, followed by a women's matchup tonight between Canada and USA. Lots to play for here in Alberta. And Kramer upset with himself after that one went off the hands of the block and out. Well, Luis Fabiano likes that service area from the far left side. USA getting those hands up at the net. Good job by Daniel to get there. Giba tries to finesse it over. Sealkop, and it drops down right in between Kramer and Up, and they both look at each other and say, you got it, I got it. Nobody's got it. 7 serving 6 here early in set number 2. It'll help coming the way of Stuck. And Giba finds that spot as he has been doing all afternoon. Timeout call USA. They're only down by 2 here early in set 2. And obviously don't want to let it slip away. Really great volleyball venue here in Edmonton at the Seville Community Center on the southern campus of the University of Alberta. Men's team won the Canadian National Championship back in 2022, so real good volleyball tradition here. ParaVolley going on right now, and that is long, but not by much. 4.75 centimeters, I'm guessing, but that seemed about that distance. USA looking to draw even here. Sealkop. And Green, ever aggressive, up at the net after the original block. He stuffs that one down. And we are all square at 8 here in set 2. Roger Green trying to pop that one up. To no avail. Daniel's serve goes up. Check that, that was at Duda. And then the attack from Brazil goes off the hands of the blocker. USA originally thought they might have scored a point there, but it's all Brazil. A couple of point lead now. Daniel. Good pass from Duda. Oh, what a great dig that time from Leandro, but USA comes right back. And they are going to overturn the original call. U.S. came over the net before the ball crossed the plane of the net, and the second referee had that call. So a brief argument from the U.S. team, but looks like that's where it's going to end. Quick words from Greg Walker, the USA coach. And looks like we're ready to resume. Daniel, 37-year-old veteran of this Brazilian team. Kramer Green is blocked. Giba is all over it with those big hands. Well, you're wondering maybe who the world powers are in this sport. Brazil is certainly in the conversation, but Iran and Bosnia and Herzegovina are the two nations that rule internationally and have for the last several years. Iran, the last 2 World Championships, the last 2 Paralympic Games titles. Oh, a huge dig from Stuck. Another chance for Brazil. Giba couldn't get much on that one. Sent over. And great hands by Duda. And they are calling a lift here on Brazil. So USA continues to fight back here. It's just a 2-point lead for Brazil. Kramer's serve goes at Diogo. And then the block is there from Zachary up. Kramer's serve goes off the antenna. USA was hoping to tie it up there. Substitution for Brazil. Into the game comes Alex. Giba's going to take a breather. Alex came in that opening set, had some brilliant serving. Let's see what he's got in his bag of tricks here. Alex Pereira Witkowski floats it at Duda. And that is block out. There was a moment of anxiety there for the Americans. Up, just dodges out of the way. So 12 serving 13. USA trying to square up the match with a set 2 win. And that is such a tough serve. And Duda hammers it on the angle, and this set is all square at 13. Eric Duda just absolutely unloaded on that one. Again, up with that powerful serve, but finally, Brazil with the side out, and Leandro responsible for it. He's feeling good about it. The championship game on the men's side will go on Saturday, as well as on the women's side. And at the end of Saturday, we'll know which 2 teams are headed to Paris 2024. And Duda through the middle squares things up for the U.S. Green now out of West Monroe, Louisiana. Leandro has had a really nice game here. And he's been really good in set 2. This is Diogo Rebucas. 33rd international match in his career. Duda, does he catch the line? No, it is just out. By Dadlestar. And USA thinks that maybe they've scored the point here and went off the block and out. So the referee has called the line judge in. 2 officials still in conversation now to determine who got that point. They're going to give it to Brazil. USA adamant that it was brushed off the hands of the blocker and out. And they might have an argument, but so James Stuck now first has a conversation with the head official, first referee, and then over to head coach Greg Walker. And looks like we're going to resume action here. So both teams were adamant that they were going to get the point, but we are back underway. Brazil has the point and a 3-point advantage, cut back to 2. They go right to Stuck through the middle, and he hammers it home. Substitution into the game for USA comes Patrick Young out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oh, what a great set from Daniel, and then Luis Fabiano hits that with authority off the hands of the blocker. This is the point in the match where it's so important for the U.S. to stay close to Brazil here. Giba's coming back in for Brazil in place of Alex. Leandro. And he sends it long and out. The U.S. emphatic about that call. They've cut it back to 2. Important serving situation now for James Stuck. USA covers. Brazil covers, and then Giba turns that into a point with a huge kind of roundhouse swing, and that causes the Americans to call a timeout here. Looked like it was going to be a USA point. Great defense from Brazil. Gets the ball up to Giba, and he salvages that crucial point. 18-17 sounds a whole lot different than 19-16. Better result so far for the U.S. in set 2. They had to fight late in set 1 to make it somewhat interesting. Here they've kept it a lot closer, but this is a crucial time for Brazil as they substitute in Rayson, one of the younger players, the 23-year-old, in to serve. Duda. Couple of swings for up, can't finish. Here's Giba. And finally it drops on the Brazilian side after the original swing from Chris Seelkop. And that's going to send him back to the service line, but a crucial point for the U.S. Let's see if they can back it up with a service point. Nobody home to set on the U.S. side as Green got turned around. USA with a pretty good chance here. Up. Hammers it down, and it is point USA. They've cut it back to 2, and Kramer coming back in to set now for the U.S. They'll start in the serving position, but they missed him, I think, the last couple of points. Through the middle, Wesley. 21-18. Leandro back in the front row for Brazil. USA will have to keep their eyes on him. Giba's serve. Picked up by Green, but he can't knock it down. Kramer's got second ball, gets it to Up, and he rattles it off the hands of the blocker and down. Important point for the U.S. Let's see if they can back it up this time with Zachary Up, outside hitter. Played an important role for the U.S. so far. Maybe more so here in set number 2. And it's an ace! Oh my goodness. And no time to celebrate for Zachary Up. He's already looking at where he's going to put his next one. Into the game comes the youngest player on the Brazilian team, Thiago, the 22-year-old. Up in the front row in place of Wesley. And it's another ace! And it's that powerful serving of Up that is doing it for the U.S. They have tied this at 21. And it's 3 in a row. What a serving run for Zachary Up. Now he gets a chance to celebrate with his mates. My goodness. Not very often in any form of volleyball you'll see 3 straight aces, but that is something to behold. So USA has fought its way into a 1-point lead here as they try to tie the match at 1 apiece. Brazil seemed like they were in the driver's seat for most of set number 1. They've had as much of a 3-point lead. Memory serves here in set 2. But it has been a feisty American team, and then the serving of Zachary Up that has been outstanding here with that big high toss. And that great downward motion. Here it is. Watch it again. And it's another one. This is just phenomenal. Oh, and finally it goes blocked down off Diogo. Brazil finally finds the recipe, but it took all of those points in a row. USA still in control here, leading 23-22. Here we go. Thiago. Float serve, picked up by D'Agostar, knocked down by Duda, and point USA. They've got set point. Crucial side out now needed by Brazil. And timeout call by Brazil. Just as Roderick Green is getting set to put that serve in. But what a run by Zachary Up. This second set has shown just incredible. Not a whole lot being said on the U.S. sidelines. They know what they've done has worked so well. The strategy all on the Brazilian side with Coach Fernando Lagas Guimarães. Green now back to serve. See if he goes at Thiago, who just came into the game a short time ago, youngest member of this Brazilian team. Swings it all the way over to the left side, does Green. Goes after Diogo. The block is there. USA a chance to finish. And they do it. And win set number 2. James Stuck finishes the job. And USA has squared up the match 1 set apiece. On the back of some great defensive play and on the back of some brilliant serving from Zachary Up. And we're all square, 1 set apiece here in Edmonton. All right, teams are getting themselves fired up here for set number 3 at the Seville Community Center on the southern campus of the University of Alberta here in Edmonton. My name is Rob Snook inside the facility, and we are excited for this World ParaVolley action. If you've just joined us, Brazil won set number 1. They did it fairly handily, and USA came on strong late in set number 2 to win it on the strength of some brilliant serving from Zachary Up. Took that 25-22, and that's where we are now in this best 3 out of 5 match. Both teams have gone to their bench a fair bit, but have generally stayed with their starters. And it looks like that'll be the case again here in set number 3. USA has finished behind Brazil in all the major events in recent years, so this would be a huge upset if they could find a way to win this match. Here we go. Set number 3. Danielle. USA looking to get the pass over to Kramer. They do. He sends it to a back row position for Duda to try to finish, and then Green thought he might have caught a hand of the blocker, but he is now acknowledging, no, that was out. There's no touch. It's on me. Opening point in set 3 goes to Brazil. Kramer with the back set for Up. He tries to go block out, but it drops in. And another point, Brazil. And they have launched themselves into a 3-0 lead here in set number 3. Well, if Kramer could have that back, he would want it. That kind of backside set for Up never had a chance. And it's a 4-0 advantage, Brazil, and it's a timeout call, USA. They were hoping to start set 3 the way they finished set 2, but to no avail. So timeout call for Coach Greg Walker, who's been the head coach of this USA sitting team since 2016. Also the head coach of the women's team at Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts. And he wants this group to reset and maybe start fresh here and maybe act like this third set is just getting started. And a reminder to Zachary Up, if you're going to swing, you got to swing hard. Great serving run, though, to begin here from Danielle. Oh, good reaction from Green, who is so aggressive up at the net. He's up there against Giba, rather. Here's Kramer. He'll be doing double duty here, serving and setting, getting himself in position. Giba, nice one-arm pickup, and again, communication issues on the U.S. side as Up and Kramer watch it drop at their feet. 5-1 Brazil with Giba back to serve it up. Gilberto Renko da Silva. So USA trying to work on its coverage here, but Brazil is fully in the driver's seat early in this third set. Another timeout call by the Americans. So this American team, not as experienced on the Paralympic side, did not qualify for Tokyo 2020. Only 8 teams do. It is a huge mountain to climb to get to the Paralympic Games in volleyball. In Rio, they were 8th, finished 6th at last year's World Championships. Brazilian team, on the other hand, was 4th in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games, 4th in Rio in the games they hosted in 2016. They are loaded with international experience, and we have seen that at times in this one. Zachary Up has not been able to be a factor here yet in set number 3. Let's see if the U.S. can find a way to make that happen. Playing up in the front row, right by Kramer, the setter. Here's Giba now, taking that molten ball, sending it into play, right at Dadglostar. And that time Up goes off the hands of the blocker, Leandro. And that's a huge point for the U.S., but they're down by 4. Oh, he does it again. Zachary Up is on fire from the service line. And there's no touch on that one, but he doesn't miss by a whole lot. Brazil deciding to lay off that one, and that turned out to be the right call. Wesley Conciego de Oliveira, 39-year-old veteran of this Brazilian team. Serves it at Stuck. Free ball chance for Brazil, but the block is there from Green. Kept alive by Brazil, and a great play by Diogo. Just tap it off the hands of the blocker and out. Brazil here in set 3. Team on the right side of your screen has won the first 2 sets and leads here in set 3. And that call goes against the U.S. All that scrambling behind the play just eventually gets called down by referee Marie-Claude Richet. Oh, what a play by Stuck, who comes charging in. And he looks like he's going to sit off the net and then comes charging in to block that serve. See if the USA can back this up with some big serving from Green. Green always likes to slide over, sometimes to the middle, sometimes to that far left. Duda sends it across for Sealkop, can't finish. Luis Fabiano, and he's going to get the point for Brazil. That was a big result for Brazil to make the gold medal game in Poland at the World Championships back in 2014. As this ball drops on the Brazilian side. So they finished silver there, lost to Bosnia and Herzegovina, but then finished the next 2 Worlds with victories in the bronze medal games over Ukraine and Egypt. As we mentioned, always a contender. Blocking there from Kramer and Sealkop. Eric Duda now back to serve again. He is out of Marietta, Georgia, and Fort Lauderdale. I've seen this couple of places mentioned beside his name. 2 times voted best sitting player in the U.S. Sealkop is dug by Giba. Poked over by the U.S. Another chance for Brazil, and Luis Fabiano misses on the angle shot. Thought he might have had the line. the official says that is out. So USA drawing back to within 3 here. Duda. I'd like to have that one back if he could. He'll get ready for reception, and he's proven to be a dynamite receiver. Best receiver at the 2018 World Championships, number 5 on the U.S. You see him right there beside the coach on the left of your screen. And this is going to be point Brazil. No touch on the block. Nice recovery that time from Sealkop. I thought for a second the original pass wasn't perfect. Turned out to be a perfect swing for Sealkop and a big point for the U.S., but they're down by 4. So the set, not a great one that time from Danielle. And Luis Fabiano can't handle it. And we got a timeout call Brazil. Their lead cut down to 3. Remember, Brazil started, they were up 6-1 early in this set before the U.S. could find its rhythm. USA trying to keep this roll going here. They've cut it down to 3. Let's see what Brazil's got in response. Comes the serve from Stuck. And the ball essentially held up at the net by Danielle as he blocked it and then just held it for a moment. The referee right on top of it. 2-point game. Giba recovers that on a smooth side out for Brazil with a huge swing on the angle. Luis Fabiano. Good swing from Sealkop. Back at the service line is Sealkop. USA with the coverage. And I think we had a net touch on Brazil on the blocker. We did. Call goes the way of the U.S. Sealkop again, 53 years young, out of Georgia. Giba tries to finesse it, can't. And this is going to be Brazil point, and Zachary up. This is not one long, and kind of had a long face after that. Let's see where Danielle goes with the serve. Picked up by Dadgostar, the libero. Much better swing that time from up. Free ball sent over Brazil. Here's a chance. Kramer sets up, and that went off the antenna at some point. I think it went off the hands of the blocker, then the antenna. And it's point USA as they continue to battle here and scrap. Down by a single point, 13 serving 14. Kramer. Diogo with a great swing. Gibas coming back out of the game for Brazil. In comes Alex Pereira Witkowski. Back to the service line. Sitting volleyball, big part of the Summer Paralympic Games, of course. Here's up with a mighty swing for the Americans. And it's a 1-point game. Sitting volleyball has been part of the Paralympic Games since Arnhem in 1980. Played by over 10,000 athletes worldwide in more than 75 nations. Really a global game that anyone can play. That's the great thing about the sport. If you're a physical education teacher, you can have your able-bodied kids play it as well, and they'll have a blast doing it. Point scored there by Brazil. Here's Wesley. He's played more international matches than any player on Brazil. This is 53rd today. Good recovery by the U.S. Let's send it over on a free ball. Here's Leandro. Kramer with the pickup. They're out of system, and they can't finish the play, the Americans. So Kramer, the setter, getting over there and making sure everybody knows their role. A little encouragement there. Brazil trying to nurse this 3-point lead into a win here in set number 3. On the way to 25 to go. Best 3 out of 5, of course. Diogo covered by the U.S., but it's a free ball again. And it's too hot to handle from Luis Fabiano. Well, you love watching him swing, and then you love his celebrations afterwards. He goes full speed with everything. Wesley on a nice little serving run for Brazil. Tries the floater, and it's an ace. Americans watching it, hoping, praying that it would drop out of bounds, but it drops inbounds. Diogo blocked. Recovered by the U.S. Kramer bump set. Kept alive by the U.S., but it's out. Great effort by, everyone on the team in red, but Duda particularly. But Brazil has started to really open up a comfortable lead here. It's 6 points the advantage. And James Stuck's going to get the point here. That little roll shot just fooled Brazil. Sealkop back in the game and back in the front row for the U.S. (15 serving 20). USA's Roderick Green sends the ball into play. And Luis Fabiano rattles it off of Duda and out. Tough enough to get your hands up and block that. Then you got to get the angle right and block it back in. And unable to do that. But that time gets the advantage and turns the tables on Brazil, does Duda. So Kramer's coming out. Patrick Young, so no official setter into the game for the U.S. And they are going to score the point here. Hit the ball hard enough, and it's hard to dig up. what a block from the middle, and Danielle. Giba coming back into the game for Brazil. Makes way for, or at least to Alex, makes way for him. 5-point advantage Brazil here as they look to serve it out in set number 3. Brazil won the first set, USA the second. And Brazil in the driver's seat here. Free ball chance, USA. Oh, US really aggressive at the net, and Stuck finally gets rewarded on a hard-fought point for the Stars and Stripes. James Stuck. Giba off the hands of the blocker, and not even the efforts of Dadgostar could recover that one. Double switch here for Brazil with set point, or at least 1 point away from set point. Rayson coming in. Wesley. USA. And this is going to be called off the touch of Brazil. The Americans pleading their case right after that ball hit the floor. And the line judge says, yes, indeed, it went off the team in yellow. So now Renato, the captain of the Brazilian team, goes over to chat with referee Marie-Claude Richet. It's a quick discussion. Sealkop now. Oh, and he misses long, and now it is set point Brazil. Danielle. Picked up by Green. Young couldn't finish. Might get another chance. Green tries to finesse it, can't. Dadgostar sets Green, and he's blocked, and that's how set number 3 ends. Wesley with a block point, and Brazil takes it 25-19. They are back in control of the match, leading 2-1. All right, here we go. Set number 4 in this battle between USA and Brazil. Brazil won the opening set 25-20. USA took set number 2, 25-22. And then Brazil bouncing back there with a huge 25-19 victory in set number 3. In control of the match now, leading 2-1. USA setter now, John Kramer. Sends the ball right at the libero, Renato. And it's a huge point, though, for Brazil. They come right back with the side out. Both of these teams getting started here in the round robin. They'll play every day this week, and the gold medal game will go on Saturday. What a swing from Duda. And what a point for the U.S. as they've come right back quickly here in set 4. Well, if you just joined us, Zachary Up had an incredible run of serving back in game number 2, set number 2. Trying to resume that here, and he does so. Brazil getting their hands up at the net. You're allowed to do that, of course, in the sitting game. The net at 1.15 meters. And that ball is going to be, it hit the net on the way in, and it was never going over. And referee Richer recognizes that. I think USA does too. In the end, 2-2 tie early in set number 4. Wesley, he had a really nice serving run for Brazil in set 3. Kick play from Giba, then the back row attack from Giba. But the point is going to go the way of USA. And I think Giba was up over that attack line, and that's why the call was made. Roderick Green waiting for the call from the bench. Sends his serve at Diogo. So we got another lift being called on Brazil here, and another point for the U.S. They've carved out a 2-point lead here early in set 4. They had a terrible start to set 3, went down 6-1 before making it interesting. Diogo Rubucas playing his 33rd international match. Sends his serve at D'Agostar. Good aggressive play at the net by the U.S. Kept alive by Brazil. Leandro. And it's going to be point Brazil. It's going to be a net touch on the Americans. And that is out. USA thought that it was going to be a successful serve block, but ball misses out. So all of a sudden, 3 straight points by Brazil. They've got the lead. And make it 4 straight. And timeout getting called now by the U.S. Head coach Greg Walker looks at the second official and says, yeah, it's time. So after they had such a good start at 4-2, the wheels coming off just a little bit for the American team, and let's see if they can turn it back around again. But everybody involved in that timeout for the U.S. Head coaches, assistant coaches, as they look to turn the tide here early in set 4. They need to win the set to send us to a fifth and deciding sprint. Brazil's got other ideas. Kramer with the back set. Seelkop fights and wins the joust and wins the point for the U.S. That'll send Eric Duda back to the service line, playing in his 79th international match today. Incredible numbers for this veteran. Sends it at Giba. Leandro picked up by Dadgostar. Bump set. Seelkop now misses the line. Seven serving, 5. Leandro takes a last-minute instruction from the coach. Where's he going with this? Sends it at Dadgostar. Setter dump opportunity doesn't work. Good play by Up. Oh, USA unable to capitalize on that free ball. And suddenly they've dropped into a 3-point hole. USA up aggressive at the net and stuck that time, getting rewarded. James Stuck looks like he might have a little bit of a cramp as he makes his way back to the service line. Stuck's got some pretty serious height at 6'5". What a play though by Luis Fabiano. Hammers that one on the angle. Thiago is coming into the game for Brazil in place of Wesley. Back to serve now is Luis Fabiano. Dadgostar starts with a good pass, ends with a big swing from Zachary Up, and in between a solid set from John Kramer. For Seelkop. Oh, that's tough. And Renato saying, "Oh, that's my fault," and the Brazilian captain saying that was all him. His mistake, owns up to it. USA's fought back to within 1. Now what's interesting is not only do you see the spectators in the stands, if you look up at the top right of your screen, that's the Canadian team coaches making their notes for this match. They'll play both of these teams. And on the left is the team from Argentina doing the same. Danielle into set. Out of system play by Brazil, and then hammered down by Zachary Up. A little confusion on the Brazilian side. But that ball went off of the Brazilian player, then off the antenna. So it didn't matter if it was in or out. John Kramer now. Where does he go with this? He makes Diogo work. And USA strong at the net. Green and Duda working together. Big block this time from Up. So he's finding a way to put his stamp on this game for the U.S. They've got the lead. Oh, is that an ace? You betcha. John Kramer finds the line. It's an ace, and it's a timeout, Brazil. So USA trying to keep this run going. Setter, Kramer, sends that serve at Diogo, who's going to get a swing at it. Green get his hands up there. Diogo again, not to be denied this time. U.S. team's lead cut down to 1. Here is Giba. Oh, nice reach by Green just to keep that alive. Dadgostar, then the back set from Green, and the point from Duda. And the original point was called the way of Brazil, and it is overturned, and it is point USA. How about Green with that sweet back set? And guess who's back at the service line? Zachary up. Giba, though, gets it up. Oh, and then Thiago with a monster block. That was a huge point for Brazil to stop Zach up on his first service attempt. And it was a dynamite serve, but it was picked up by Giba. Free ball chance, Brazil. Diogo, covered by the U.S. They scramble, but cannot keep it alive. (13-13) here in set 4. Brazil won the first, USA won the second, Brazil the third set. They'd like to finish this match in 4. USA has other ideas. Back row attack, and it misses from up. Not a bad idea from Kramer to mix that up, mix it in a little bit. Thiago's serve. Kramer picks it up and tries to send it to Duda, who is ready at the net, but so is Brazil's blockers. And timeout call USA. And still pretty good energy around the U.S. side, but they know they need to win this set. Keep this match going. Well, if you're wondering about the court in the sitting game, it's obviously smaller than the standard size volleyball court. 10 meters long, 6 meters wide, so 5 meters on each side, 5 by 6 on each side for the teams to work with. And as we mentioned, the net height for the men, 1.15, for the women, 1.05 meters. And if you're wondering about attacking, well, at all times, a portion of the athlete's torso must be in contact with the ground. Service blocks and attacks are allowed, which is one of the great aspects of this game. Oh, what a swing from Stuck. He hits it with authority on the angle, and he pounds it home. (14 serving, 15, Paralympic veteran Roderick Green. Oh, and nice play by Duda to be ready for that back set and the swing from Luis Fabiano. And we're all square here in set number 4. Oh, good work by Duda, and Stuck up at the net. Duda doing the setting, Stuck doing the finishing right from the middle. Giba. And this is going to be called on the attack line violation. So Brazil trying to activate the back line, but they've been called to that a couple of times with Giba. Oh, great up, and it's kept alive, but it misses long. Looked like it was going to be a great play from Zachary up, but it's going to miss that end line. Green takes a breather. And back into the game comes Nicholas Dadgostar, the 41-year-old out of Nebraska, the libero for USA, and immediately the side out. Free ball chance, Brazil. Here's Sealkop. And that's out, and U.S. is back out front again by a single point. Patrick Young coming back into the game. So replacing the setter, Kramer. Adds a little height to the front line for the U.S. Another chance for USA. Stuck with the set. Young can't finish. Luis Fabiano can for Brazil. Now this is a tooth and nail battle. 18-18 here in set number 4. Brazil trying to finish off the match. USA trying to force a 5th set. And the back row attack, that time ill-advised from Duda maybe, because Brazil ready up at the net. Here's Leandro. And that's going to be out. So nothing yet to choose between these two teams in this 4th set. James Stuck, listed as a middle blocker. Seems like he can do it all. Giba blocked. Might get another swing. He does. Blocked again. Will he get another swing? You betcha. Blocked again. Now USA finally gets one. And Young in the middle is stuffed down, and it's point Brazil. A hard-fought point. Giba was all over that one. Rayson and Thiago coming in for the double switch on Brazil. They lead by a single point. Rayson Ferreira de Ebru Silva. Sends the serve in, goes at Dadgostar. Kept alive by the U.S. here, free ball over. And the block is out off of Young. And Brazil's got a 2-point lead. And for the first time in the match, it is Wellington coming into the game. Wellington, Platini Silva, Annunciazzo, 38-year-old, getting some international experience. And up from the left side, the left-hander. 1-point lead here, Brazil. USA trying to fight their way back to win the set and force a 5th and deciding. The float serve. Young sets Green, gets a piece of it. Kept alive. Giba. Nice pickup by the U.S. Green with the backhand. And it's finally a hard-fought point, Brazil. Thiago. substitutions continue for Brazil. Daniel coming back in place of Wellington. 22-20. Interesting. The coach getting all these players into this tight match. Wants the young ones to feel the intensity. Good job by Brazil to keep that alive. And Green goes block out. And USA is not going away here. Kramer's coming back in. And he'll be doing the setting. First he'll be doing the serving. His team down by a single point, looking to force a fifth set. Oh, what a scramble, but they can't keep it alive to the best efforts of Duda. Brazil 1 point away from match point. Let's see if they can get it here with Giba. Giba's got an equipment issue that he needs to sort out quickly. All right, he says he's good to go. Let's see. 2-point lead, Brazil. 2 points away from victory in the match. What does USA have in reserve? And that is match point because the swing from up is out. And Alex is coming back in place of Giba. And he is going to try to serve for the match. Alex Pereira-Witkowski. USA needs this to stay alive, trailing 24-21, facing match point. Oh, they get the point from Zachary up. And that's going to send him back to the service line. This could still get interesting. 22 serving 24. USA's best server at the line. Wow, that's 1 point back. Timeout called Brazil as the plot thickens here. Well, if you've just joined us, USA did win set number 2, but Brazil took 1 and 3 and leads by a point here and has match point in set number 4. But Zachary up is serving for the US. Some last minute instructions from USA coach Walker to Roderick Green. And that's it. That's all. Brazil takes the match. They take it 25-23 in the fourth set, and they take the match 3-1. A hard-fought victory for the team in yellow, but the team that was a medalist at the World Championships last year showing their form again with a victory over USA. 3-1. Brazil takes it over the U.S. in the first match here in the 2023 Sitting Volleyball PanAmerican Zonal Championships in Edmonton. We'll be back in a short time with match number 2. It'll be the host nation Canada against Argentina, but so long for now.